Hello everyone, how everybody knows, the video games it's one of the biggest industries in the world. But did you know the whole story? Write down in the comments if you knew it. But if you don't, we are going to talk about the evolution of video games. The first game was Tennis for Two, created in 1958 by William Higginbotham and Robert Dvorak. Then, in 1971, would appear the computer space, and also arrived the first games in recreative machines. The computer space was created by Nolan Bushnell and Ted Dabney, who later also founded Atari. In 1972 appeared the machine called Pong, that also was one of the most outstanding at that moment. In that same year, in 1972, Atari launched the first console of video games to play from home, called Magnavox Odyssey. The innovator idea to play from your home called the attention. For that reason, was a successful console, having today more of 300,000 sold copies. 5 years later, in 1977, Atari launched his second console, called Atari 2600. This was a console with interchangeable cartridges. This console beat the previously console, selling more of 27.6 million of copies. Then, this console received an Emmy Award for Outstanding in Video Games Technology.
Everything was going great, but there were less and less quality games to buy. The people had no interest in video games until the company that made Pong launched E.T. the Extraterrestrial for the Atari 2600 on 1982. With only a month for development and thousands, even millions of copies made, Atari launched the game, and it turned to a bestseller on Atari for a very short time. That game was a replayable disaster. Painful to see, most copies were reimbursed. No one liked that game, but Atari had so many copies that the only solution they had was to bury all the copies on the Alamogordos Desert in New Mexico. The industry was on a bad moment, called Video Game Crash of 1983, until Nintendo came with the Nintendo Entertainment System and Sega with the Sega Master System, two consoles that saved the whole industry from bankruptcy in 1983. These companies are now on the top with other companies like Sony, who launched the PlayStation on 1994 with 3D graphics that did a good competition to the other two companies.
Competed in the industry of the fifth generation with Sega Saturn and Sony's PlayStation, but Sony launched the PlayStation 2, the second console by Sony Computer Entertainment. This console from the sixth generation being launched the 2002 was very revolutionary due to their great graphical quality. And from the shadows, Microsoft will appear with a new console, the Xbox. This was their first console and competed with the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube by Nintendo. During the decade of the 2000s was popularized other way to play, internet-enabled interacting with users all around the world in real time, making so threatening to play games with thousands of players.
And after some new consoles and revolutionary ideas, we are now here. But before we end this video, I got some questions for you. You can't go back on the video to answer, you cheater. First question: what's the first video game name? Pong, Donkey Kong, Tennis for Two, or Pac-Man? Write down on the comment section. Second question: in what place E.T. the Extraterrestrial game was buried? Alamogordos Desert, Great Basin Desert, Sonoran Desert, Mojave Desert. And the last question: what was the first Microsoft console? PlayStation 1, Xbox 360, Xbox, NES. And that's the end of the video. This is our summary of the video game chronological evolution. Hope you liked the video and share it. We ain't got nothing to say right now, so have a good night. See ya!